everybody. All right, for me personally, one of the most exciting things about Windows Phone 7 is the games and the interactivity with Xbox Live. So today with us is Bryce from Microsoft Game Studios, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about some of the games and some of the technology behind the really exciting work that you've been working on. So first, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right, so what happens over at Microsoft Game Studios? How is it different from, say, like the Xbox team?
Well, we actually make the content that drives
so you're
the
developers.
platform. You bet.
Okay.
And we do both publishing and internal development, and I'm part of the publishing organization, and the games we're about to show are some of the titles that we're currently publishing for Windows Phone 7.
Okay, and I know you've given me a little bit of background about some of the games. It's something called the game chest. Is that what we're looking at?
It is indeed. It's based on the premise that when we were kids, some of us had a chest and we kept a bunch of games in it. It's true, it's true. But literally the idea came from having a really robust evergreen card and board game experience that's sort of set to some of the wonderful functionality that Windows Phone 7 provides for gaming.
Okay, so these are some of your basic games you might be familiar with already. Things that we consider maybe time suckers.
Absolutely, we couldn't launch without some time suckers. We've got 4 different chests, and each one is divided up into the sort of genre of game. We have a solitaire chest,
okay,
and some people have played Tri-Peaks and of course Spider Solitaire and Klondike, which is probably the one we're all familiar with in meetings. We've got a card games chest.
Okay.
We've got a logic chest which has Sudoku and chess. And we have a board games chest which has checkers, Chinese checkers, and backgammon. So
okay, now I'm currently running Windows Mobile Phone, not a Windows Phone 7, but I'm running Windows Mobile Phone, and I got these games on it there. So what makes these better or different?
The coolest part about these games is they actually have, just like if you were sitting in the room with a sibling or a cousin playing checkers, these games allow you to play multiplayer with another person.
Okay.
And the great part about that is we are in the first round of titles going out that will allow phone-to-phone play, and will also allow you to play against another person on Windows. We're going to be hosting the games on Xbox.com.
Nice.
And they're all written in Silverlight, and fantastic experience. So no matter where you are, you'll actually have access to these games.
So I have my Windows Phone, and some of my less fortunate friends don't have theirs yet. I can play on my phone against them sitting at home on Xbox.com?
You betcha. They'll get an email. They'll be able to accept an invite no matter whether they're on the phone or they're at home or at work. And they'll be able to take their turn in a very rich, robust environment on Xbox.com.
So what were some of the difficulties or the challenges or the triumphs you had while developing this sort of game technology?
Well, first and foremost, I think from the Triumph standpoint, I think we've gotten to where we've been able to work with some of the fantastic teams around Microsoft, the live engagement team, for instance. Given the scope of this project, technically Game Chest is 12 games in one, and 7 of those are the multiplayer versions, and those are all in Silverlight. I think we've had a fairly tight schedule, and I think from a technological standpoint, I think that there's just a nice big matrix of things that we have to take into account when we've got cross-platform play. Technically, Microsoft released a game called Shadowrun a while back, which was the first cross-platform title we've ever shipped, and that was on Xbox and PC. Game Chest will be the second. So
wow.
I think that anytime you're the tip of the spear, there's a lot of things that you really didn't realize were going to come into play, and I think we've managed to deal with them pretty well, and I expect that we're going to be just fine for launch. So.
All right, great. Well, let's take a look at the games. All right, so this is checkers, right? And it's you playing against me, and it's your turn. Let's give this a go here.
Okay, so it's showing me basically what you just did, and so I'm going to try and counter that. And then I basically send you the move.
You send me the move. And now we happen to be right next to each other, but obviously I could be anywhere in the world, right? Or on my computer?
That is absolutely correct.
Okay, so there I see your move. Neat. And you've blocked me, so I'm going to take this guy and go there. Send it on over to you. Go ahead and jump me. I see it happening. Did you hear the evil little laugh it gives you when you hee? This is terrible. All right, this is awesome. So I'm going to go take him and go here. What else? What else do we have?
So, well, one of the nice things about this, I don't know if you can see up in the top corners there, these are actually using your Xbox Live avatars.
Okay.
We actually support Xbox Live on the phone, which is great. everything from leaderboards to achievements. So you will be able to bolster your gamer score with these games. The company that we actually are working with partnered to do these games, some of you may know of as previous members of Ensemble who did the Age of Empires franchise for Microsoft Game Studios. Ensemble Games, well, they're now called Bonfire, or part of them are called Bonfire, and they're down in Dallas, Texas. And you'll definitely feel some of the polish that you've come to know and love from some of these folks because, well, they just rule. So.
Okay, so now we're looking at Chinese checkers, right? And now we've logged in, we're playing against each other. And because Chinese checkers has more than 2 people, there's what, 4 AI?
4 AI players, yes.
Okay, so it says it's your move.
Indeed.
And you're purple. Go ahead, send it on over to me. Now, if I just wanted, I'm not that familiar with Chinese checkers, if I wanted to play just you versus I, is that an option as well, without the computerized?
Absolutely. All of our games that are multiplayer have a single-player version, so no matter what you're doing, you're able to play.
Oh, it's my turn. Cool. There we go. Very nice. Cool. All right, so tell me about some of the other games you guys have.
So, as I stated earlier, we've got 4 chests, all divided up into sort of genre. One of the key chests is the logic chest. I know I've already mentioned solitaire, and I wouldn't leave everyone hanging by not putting in Minesweeper, which is another favorite time waster. And we've also coupled that with Sudoku and chess. Chess will also be available to play multiplayer or single player. And one of the nice aspects of all of the chests is the metagame around them. What I mean by metagame is as you play the games, you get to rack up XP. You get to spin a large wheel that'll actually add a modifier to how fast you progress. And you can unlock both achievements and pins, which adds to the out-of-game experience in-game, as it were. So.
Awesome. And how many of these allow for asynchronous play?
Out of the game, so 3 of the 4 chests, other than solitaire.
Awesome. Obviously.
Right.
All right. Thank you very much. Very cool. It's asynchronous play head-to-head with those you love and those you just feel like destroying and embarrassing. Very cool. So look for more from Microsoft Game Studios coming out for your Windows Phone 7. And all this, of course, available in the marketplace. And what else do you guys have coming down?
Well, we announced 63 launch wave titles at Gamescom in Germany just recently, and after that, we're going to have a sustainable pipeline of more games coming in.
Just keep it coming.
You bet.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.